There's a piece of clothing sitting in almost every closet that most women over 60 either avoid completely or wear in a way that quietly works against them, and it's the wide leg pant. Some women assume it's only for tall, thin frames, others assume it's simply too much fabric for their body, and both of those assumptions are keeping you from one of the most flattering, elegant silhouettes you could possibly wear at this stage of life. Today I'm showing you exactly how to wear wide leg pants so they elongate you, flatter you, and genuinely make you look effortlessly elegant, no matter your height or your body shape. Stick around because the very last tip in this video is the one detail that ties the entire look together, and it's something almost nobody mentions. Hello, my elegant one. Welcome back if you're already part of our wonderful community here. It's always such a pleasure to see you again. And if this is your very first time here, welcome to Elegant Beyond 60, the channel dedicated to helping women just like you look effortlessly stylish, confident, and put together, without spending a fortune or chasing trends that were never designed with you in mind. Whether you've been here since the beginning or you just found us today, I'm genuinely happy you're here, because wide leg pants are one of those pieces that, once you understand how to wear them properly, become an absolute staple you'll reach for again and again. Before we dive in, if this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It truly helps this channel keep reaching more women who are looking for real practical style advice that actually fits their life. Alright, let's get into it, because the very first thing you need to understand about wide leg pants is something most women completely misunderstand about their own body shape. Let's clear up the biggest myth right away. Wide leg pants are not reserved for tall, slim women. In fact, the opposite is often true. A well-cut wide leg pant creates a long, uninterrupted vertical line down the entire leg. And that vertical line is exactly what makes a woman of any height or size appear taller and leaner. The mistake most women make is assuming volume automatically means bulk, but wide leg pants, when styled correctly, actually minimize the appearance of the hips and thighs precisely because the fabric schemes rather than clings, giving the eye a long, smooth line to follow instead of stopping at any one specific area of the body. The real key here is understanding that wide leg pants work through balance, not size. A shorter woman doesn't need to avoid wide leg pants. She simply needs to pay closer attention to rise and hem length, which we'll get into shortly. A fuller-figured woman doesn't need to avoid them either, because the flowing fabric moves with the body rather than clinging to it, which is often far more flattering than a fitted pant that highlights every curve tightly. Wide leg pants are genuinely one of the most universally flattering silhouettes available, once you know how to fit them to your own frame. Let's talk for a moment about where this myth even came from, because understanding it makes it much easier to let go of. For decades, fashion magazines almost exclusively photographed wide leg trousers on very tall, very slim models, simply because that was the industry standard for editorial photography in general, not because the pants themselves required that body type. Over time, seeing the style repeated on the same narrow range of bodies created an unconscious association in a lot of women's minds: wide leg pants equals tall and thin, when in reality, the silhouette was never designed with only one body type in mind. Once you separate the garment from the narrow way it was historically photographed, it becomes much easier to see it as the versatile, universally flattering piece it actually is. There's also a wonderful practical benefit to wide leg pants that rarely gets mentioned alongside the styling advice: comfort through the hips and thighs. Unlike a fitted pant that can feel restrictive after a big meal or during a long day of errands, wide leg pants move with your body throughout the day, rather than against it. This means you get all the elegance of a tailored look with none of the discomfort that so many other pant styles bring as the hours go on, which honestly makes them one of the most practical additions you can make to your wardrobe at this stage of life. Secret number 1: the rise. The first real styling secret is rise. Wide leg pants at a low or mid-rise can shorten your torso and create an unbalanced silhouette, especially once gravity has softened the midsection a bit, which is completely natural at this stage of life. A high-rise wide leg pant does something wonderful instead. It lengthens the leg visually by shifting the waistline up to its narrowest natural point, and it also gives you a smoother, more streamlined look through the stomach area without any shapewear required. If you've tried wide leg pants before and felt like they somehow made you look shorter or wider, there's a very good chance the rise was the actual issue, not the width of the leg itself. It's worth mentioning that the rise conversation connects directly to comfort as well, not just appearance. A high-rise wide leg pant sits at your natural waistline, which tends to be far more comfortable throughout the day than a lower rise that can dig in or shift as you move. So this isn't purely a style choice, it's genuinely more comfortable too, which is exactly the kind of detail that makes a piece of clothing something you reach for again and again rather than something you wear once and quietly retire to the back of the closet. Secret number 2: hem length. The second styling secret is all about hem length. And this is where so many women unknowingly sabotage an otherwise beautiful pair of pants. Wide leg pants that pull heavily on the floor, or that are hemmed too short and hit awkwardly at the ankle, both interrupt that long clean line we talked about earlier. The most flattering length allows the hem to just barely skim the top of your shoe, whether that's a flat, a loafer or a low heel, creating one long continuous column from waist to floor. This might mean taking your pants to a tailor for a simple hem adjustment, and honestly, that small investment often makes the single biggest difference in how elegant a pair of wide leg pants ultimately looks on you. On the topic of hemming, if you're hesitant about the cost or effort of a tailor, know that this is genuinely one of the most affordable alterations available, often just a few dollars at most local tailors or dry cleaners, and it can transform a pair of pants from something that feels slightly off to something that looks like it was made specifically for you. It's a small investment that pays off every single time you wear them afterward. Secret number 3: what you wear on top. The third secret involves what you wear on top, because this is where balance truly comes into play. Wide leg pants have volume by nature, so pairing them with an equally loose, oversized top can make the whole outfit look shapeless, almost like you're wearing a single large rectangle of fabric from shoulders to ankles. The far more elegant approach is contrast, a fitted or slightly tailored top on top, tucked in or slightly cropped, paired with the flowing volume of the pants below. This single balance of fitted meets flowing is what creates that polished, intentional silhouette you see on women who always seem to make wide leg pants look effortless. Before we continue, let's pause for just a moment. If you're finding this helpful so far, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It genuinely helps more women just like you discover this content. And while you're there, tell me in the comments, have you tried wide leg pants before? And if so, how did they feel on you? I read every single comment, and I'd love to hear your experience. Alright, let's move on to a detail that ties directly into your shoes because this next point surprises a lot of people. Secret number 4: footwear shape. The fourth secret is about footwear, specifically heel height and shoe shape. Many women assume wide leg pants require a heel to look elegant, but that's simply not true. Flats work beautifully too, as long as the toe shape is right. A pointed or slightly tapered toe flat elongates the foot and continues that clean vertical line all the way down, while a very rounded, chunky toe shoe can visually cut that line short right at the ankle. If you love wearing flats, which so many of us do for comfort reasons, simply look for a pointed or almond-shaped toe, and you'll get all the elegance of a heel with none of the discomfort. Secret number 5: fabric weight. The fifth secret is about fabric weight, something that rarely gets discussed but makes a significant difference. A wide leg pant in a very lightweight, silky fabric can look beautiful, but it can also cling in unwanted places on a breezy day or feel a bit too casual for certain settings. A wide leg pant in a slightly heavier fabric, like a structured linen blend, a wool crepe or a substantial cotton twill, holds its shape more elegantly, drapes with intention rather than clinging, and tends to photograph and move far more beautifully throughout the day. If you're shopping and torn between two similar pairs, the one with a bit more structure and weight will almost always give you a more elevated result. When it comes to fabric weight, there's also a seasonal consideration worth knowing. In warmer months, look for wide leg pants in linen blends or lightweight cotton that still hold a bit of structure, avoiding fabrics so thin they become see-through or clingy in humidity. In cooler months, wool blends or heavier crepe fabrics not only drape more elegantly, they also provide a bit of extra warmth, making wide leg pants a genuinely practical choice across every season, not just a warm weather staple. Secret number 6: defining your waist. Now for the sixth secret, and this one is about proportion at the waist. Wide leg pants naturally create volume below the waistline, so what you do right at that waistline matters enormously. A thin, delicate belt in a color that complements rather than matches your pants can define your waist beautifully without adding bulk, creating a clear separation between the fitted top and the flowing bottom. Skipping a definition point at the waist entirely can sometimes let the whole silhouette blend together into one shape, so even a subtle belt, or a top that's simply tucked with intention, gives your waistline the definition it needs to keep the whole outfit looking structured and elegant. Secret number 7: how you move. And now, the final secret, the one I promised would tie everything together, and it's about movement. Wide leg pants are by nature a pant meant to move, to sway slightly as you walk, to catch a bit of air. Most women unconsciously stand and walk in wide leg pants the exact same way they would in a slim-fitted pant, holding themselves a bit stiffly, which actually works against the elegant, flowing quality the pants are designed to have. The secret is simply allowing yourself to walk naturally and confidently, letting the fabric move as it's meant to, rather than trying to control or minimize it. This sounds almost too simple to matter, but elegance in wide leg pants isn't just about the cut and the styling. It's also about how comfortably and confidently you carry yourself while wearing them. Stand a little taller, let your shoulders relax, and let the pants do exactly what they were designed to do. And returning to that final secret about movement, here's a simple exercise if you want to feel the difference for yourself. Put on your wide leg pants and walk across a room twice, once holding yourself stiffly the way you might in fitted trousers, and once allowing your stride to lengthen slightly and your arms to swing naturally. You'll likely feel and see in a mirror an immediate difference in how the pants move and how the whole outfit reads. Confidence really is a visible part of the styling itself, not just a mindset. Let's also address a common concern I hear often: worrying that wide leg pants will make you look like you're wearing a costume, or something overly dramatic. This concern almost always comes down to fabric choice and color rather than the cut itself. A wide leg pant in a busy, heavily patterned fabric can indeed feel like a lot, but the same silhouette in a solid, neutral color, navy, black, camel, or a soft gray reads as timeless and elegant rather than dramatic. If you're newer to the style and feeling a little unsure, starting with a solid neutral is always the safest and most versatile entry point, and you can experiment with pattern or color later, once you feel more confident in the silhouette itself. It's also worth touching on how wide leg pants pair with outerwear, since so many women wonder how to layer them properly once the weather turns cooler. A longer coat that extends past the hip actually complements wide leg pants beautifully, continuing that same long vertical line we've talked about throughout this whole video. A very short, cropped jacket can sometimes interrupt the line at an awkward point, cutting the silhouette in a spot that doesn't feel as intentional. If you already own a shorter jacket you love, simply be mindful of where it hits, and if possible, choose a longer coat as your first choice whenever you're planning to wear it over wide leg pants specifically. One more small but meaningful detail worth mentioning is how wide leg pants photograph, which matters more than ever now that so many of us are being photographed constantly, whether for family gatherings, social media, or simply keeping memories. Because of that long vertical line we've discussed, wide leg pants tend to photograph remarkably well from nearly every angle, standing, sitting, walking, in a way that many fitted pants simply don't. If you've ever felt more confident in photos wearing a flowing dress than fitted trousers, wide leg pants often give you that exact same photographic advantage while still being an easy, everyday pant to wear. So let's bring it all together. Wide leg pants are flattering for every height and body type once you understand rise. Hem length matters more than almost anything else. Contrast on top creates balance. Footwear shape continues your vertical line. Fabric weight affects how elegant the drape looks. A defined waist keeps the silhouette structured. And finally, confident, natural movement is what brings the entire look to life. None of these secrets require an expensive wardrobe overhaul. Most of them are about making small, informed adjustments to pieces you may already own, or being just a little more intentional the next time you shop. If this video changed the way you think about wide leg pants, that's exactly why I love making these videos. Give it a thumbs up if it helped, subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss the next one, and let me know in the comments which of these secrets you're most excited to try. I read every single comment, and I would genuinely love to hear from you. Until next time, stay elegant, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next video.